These are the worst cases of pay to win on World of Warcraft private servers. As you can see, I'm on Firestorm's website, and I gotta tell you, pay to win here is pretty bad. But first, let's define what we understand under pay to win. I'd say it's when a player can buy whatever that gives him advantage in the game, especially in competitive environment, with real money, instead of playing the game to get it. And most of the time, this is much more advantageous to buy for real money than having to work for it in the game, because you'd spend like 10 times as many hours trying to get it in the game, while working an average job, even a part-time job, would make it so much faster and simpler. This video too was brought to you by gtop100.com, the video sponsor, place where you can search for World of Warcraft private servers, including such names that we covered in the past like Towdy WoW, Project Olympus, none of these, and more. Check out gtop100. Thanks for the support. Let's see how much pay to win these servers really are. I'm not against pay to win. And talk about Firestorm. This is Firestorm's shop on their website. When we go to Valdrakken, which is their most active realm, their Dragonflight realm, there's a bunch of stuff you can buy. There's some special offers, so you have discounts on specific items that change over time. Dragon riding stuff that's new to the Dragonflight expansion. You have some mounts, unlock dragon riding glyphs. You have a character boost, so you can boost a character to level 70 and also get gear and gold, depending on which one of these two options you choose. One gives you 398 item level, the other one gives you 5 to 8 item level. You can actually choose the specific pieces that you want on your character, each one of them. Like, you can literally choose the specific helmet, the specific weapon, and it's pretty expensive. This one, the top-notch level 70 boost, level 70 is, by the way, the max level in Dragonflight, costs you 3,000 Firestorm points, which let's say we want to pay by PayPal. Here we have it, 30 plus 9, so 39 points for 3 euros. So this boost would cost you 200 euros for a level 70 boost with all that gear. I assume it's probably close to best in slot gear. I don't know what exactly is best in slot right now in Valdrakken, but yo, this is extremely expensive. I guess that's a good thing that most people won't be able to afford it. And for reference, we're getting some 143 points for 10 euros. So there's mounts for 200, 180. Okay, so the most expensive mounts are for 200. Smoldering Ember Worm. Worm? How is it pronounced? So that's the equivalent of like 15 euros, something like that. And you have like endless collection of mounts here. What is these? Wrathful Gladiators Frostworm. So you're able to get Gladiators dragons. But who wants to flex a Gladiator mount that they bought for money? It's a literally endless collection of mounts. You also have BFA mounts categories. You can buy every single thing there is in the game. You can buy armor, and this is probably close to, if not best in slot right now. Each piece costs you 300. Not very cheap. That's like 20 to 25 euros, something like that. You can even buy heirlooms if you're leveling. Those are pretty cheap though. And you're also able to buy some for loyalty points. No, a combination. Always at least a little bit of Firestorm points. At least a little bit. Oh, Firestorm, you're making some big money here. Profession reagents. Would you look at that? Crafting bundle. So you can craft the PvP items, 5 to 8 item level. Unlock renown, so you get the reputation for free. I mean, for free as in you have to pay for it with the real money, but for free like you don't have to play for it. Loot boxes. Loot box dungeons mythic plus, but I can't click it maybe because I'm not max level. We have battle pets, professions. You can skill professions, I assume, to max for 400. All 10.2 recipes will be learned, excluding the ones you unlock with specialization talents. I feel like in the past, like when I used to check the shop more often during the Legion days on Firestorm, I feel like these things were only for loyalty points. Now you literally have to buy Firestorm points to be able to use any of these. You can buy gold, as much gold as you want. You can buy 600,000 gold for 800 Firestorm points. Transmogs, all kinds of transmogs, literally even legendary. Thunder Fury transmog for 100, not a bad price. All the Wrath of Lich King weapons. You Can I scroll to the bottom? Okay, this is the bottom. This is all the weapons just from the Wrath of Lich King expansion. Look at this. Endless scrolling. Warglaive of Azeroth for 100. Ooh. Yo, they're selling even artifact appearances. Legion artifact appearances. This will unlock every Legion weapon artifact appearance, including hidden ones, for a character in all specializations. Also, it's just one character. It's like one class, I assume, for the entire account, I hope. Deleted characters and buying titles. And there's only few titles. Cool sounding ones, but at least we don't see titles like Dragonflight Gladiator here, thankfully. There used to be a character auction back in Legion. With BFA, they got rid of that, and understandably so. They don't want players to get Firestorm points other than buying them. They don't want people to get them by selling their characters. Which was probably the one singular decision why I left Firestorm. It became so pay to win, it's unreal. And they're doubling down on that. Let me know in the comments if there's one single thing that you cannot buy on Firestorm's shop. Because I think there's literally everything. Then the next one that comes to mind, of course, is Felsong, that we criticized heavily with the release of their original realm about 2 years ago for being pay to win, even though they claimed it's not going to be. And Felsong is pretty much the same as Firestorm, so I expect their shop to be basically the copy of Firestorm's shop. And as you can see, there are special offers, character services, unlock all artifact appearances. Also, this one's account wide and probably all classes, all specs for 300. Artifact level boost. Of course, this is a Legion server. These boosts actually matter here. All taxi flight paths, instant taxi flights, unlock Legion world quests, account wide unlock. So you don't even have to work towards unlocking your world quests. Felsong exclusives. Legendary Fortune of the Unfortunate. So that's for legendaries to increase your drop chance on them. Gear packs, of course. Pack level 110, 895 gear and 10k gold. How much does that cost? 3,000. Okay. Same, and you can again choose the specific pieces that you want on your characters. 895 gear, being on the first season, that is probably like best in slot. I think so. Buy items, legendaries, Legion legendaries. You can buy Legion legendaries? Are you kidding me? 895, yeah, that has to be best in slot then. 500 each. Boy, if I was a rich boy, I'd be owning this server. And then you have armor, 895. Yep, you can buy everything. Expectedly so. Mounts, flying in WoD and Legion with Felfire Hawk and Soaring Sky Terror mounts. Customizing characters, yeah, vote points. Who gives a F about vote points anymore? You pay for it. Transmog and titles. Yeah, so this is pretty much copy-paste of what we saw in Firestorm. Pay to win, 10 out of 10. Now, it's not even gonna be easy for Warmane to fight this. Comparing it to Firestorm, I don't know, Firestorm might be actually worse than Warmane and pay to win. Let's see, donating using a card. Let's say we are using Visa, and I assume all these methods are probably mostly the same. You get 10 coins for 10 euros, about 100 coins, 118 for 100 euros. Okay, so that's easy to calculate. Let's see the store. Ice Crown. So we have some popular items on the Ice Crown realm, which is the most pay to win realm. Deathbringer's Will, that's what, 23 euros. Glorenzelk, 23 euros. So if you don't want to pay for Shadowmourne, you can get Glorenzelk, which is the second best weapon for all the played DPSs. 23 euros for Glorenzelk isn't actually that bad. I might consider that in the future. Then we have weapons. The most legendary weapon of all, 150 coins. Yo, we can have like 7 Glorenzelks for the price of one Shadowmourne. I'd buy myself just Glorenzelk, but whew. 150 coins, 150 euros for a weapon. Ugh. I know it's the best weapon ever, but still. Wrathful weapons are for 23. Yeah, and there's pretty much every single weapon in the game, probably. Even Sulfuros for 20. Of course, armor, every single piece of armor. We have containers, you can buy bags, recipes for professions. Miscellaneous, what's that? Writing turtle. Woo! And some transmogs, basically. Mounts. Magic Rooster. Invincible. You can buy Invincible for 38 coins. Companions, pets, item sets. No results. Never mind. Transmog, Scroll of Illusion. What about the other realms? Let's see Onyxia, which is currently on TBC. Yep, they have some stuff on Onyxia too. I don't know what exactly would be the best in slot on Onyxia, but this looks pretty good. Decapitator two-handed, Gore Howl. That may be close to best in slot, I think. Somebody that knows TBC better than I do and the current season on Warmane's Onyxia TBC, please let us know how far this is from the best in slot, but I don't think it's far. And then of course you have the armor. Yes, bunch of armor. Recipes, mounts. No mounts. No mounts, no companions. Not that it would be important. Blackrock on Wrath of Lich King. Oh, Glorinzelg is actually a little more expensive on Blackrock. That's interesting. Because it was like 23, right? I believe it was 23 on Ice Crown. Two-handed axes. Shadowmourne is still 150. Brintrol is 26. And the non-pay-to-win Lordaeron. We have some mounts, tabards, transmogs. No weapons. It really isn't pay-to-win then. Only tabards in armor. So Lordaeron is just mounts, transmogs, and pets. So I'd say Warmane is considerably less pay-to-win if we take all the realms into account. Of course, Ice Crown is super pay to win, but Lordaeron isn't at all. Of course, you have the PvP as cross realm, so if you're competing in PvP, you will still be meeting donors from Ice Crown anyway, and Blackrock. But at least you have that option of going non-pay to win in the other environments. Another one that is probably a little bit pay to win, we'll see how much, is Whitemane. Yo, I gotta tell you, Firestorm and Felsong website were looking really good in the shop section. This looks terrible. Like, yo boys, work on it. Ember coins, that's for Cataclysm, and 10 euros will get 100 Ember coins. Okay, that's pretty easy to remember. 10 for 100 coins. Some fun stuff. We're on Maelstrom. We're on the Cataclysm realm here. Exclusives, character services. Racial shift repick for 50 Ember coins, so that's 5 euros. Rapid experience, 3 days. Increase your experience by 100% for 3 days. That's 10 euros. I guess that's pretty reasonable. Appearance change, 150 Ember. Faction change, 300 Ember. Guild services, guild XP boost. Heirlooms, weapons, let's see. 50 embers for each. Mounts, ground and flying. We have ground 100, so each one of these costs 10. Then 15 euros for these ones. That's not too many mounts to choose from. Yo, Spectral Tiger, 50 euros, and Swift Spectral Tiger. Is that 200 euros for this? Yo, next time I'm seeing someone riding Swift Spectral Tiger and Whitemane, I'm gonna become their best friend. And flying mounts, 15 euros. Celestial Steed, Invincible for 20 euros. Tyriel's Charger, 45 euros. We also have a couple pets. Not that many. Okay, pets are a little bit better. Not that many options as we saw in Firestorm or Felsong. Not even close. Tabards, each one for like 7 euros. A couple toys. Okay, there's not that much. Arsenal. Oh, this is where the pay to win comes to play. Come on, load it. I want to see it. Weapons. Let's see. Are there best in slots? This is Firelands. That's not best in slot. Come on, we're on the last season. Gorthalag, here it comes. Okay, it's not best in slot. It's just the Rate Finder version, but it's very close. Do we have legendaries? Daggers? No. No legendaries here. What about staff? Rate Finder weapons is the best we can get. So there's no legendaries. There's no Shadowmourne equivalents. Plate. Let's see plate heads. We have 391. That's Firelands, Heroic. Rate Finder again. So last season, Rate Finder. I'd say that's reasonable. It doesn't make it to where you would be able to get the best in slot, but you're almost there. There's still more you have to work for in the game if you want to have the best of the best. Trinkets, 390 Bone Link. Rate Finder 384. Yep, I'd say Whitemane isn't as pay to win as Warmane or Firestorm by the looks of it, but it is pretty pay to win. Like, you can still get 9 out of 10 in terms of power by paying on Whitemane too. And then you have some transmogs you can buy. Yeah, you can buy Shadowmourne for transmog. And all the legendaries from previous expansions. Ashbringer, not even that expensive, 40 euros. Black market. And one more thing, which is a good and a bad thing, because you're actually able to sell gold for Ember coins. So realistically, a player that loves to play on Warmane is able to get donate currency by playing and then selling gold that they obtain in the game. Vice versa, somebody that doesn't want to play and just wants the gold for their real life money, they can buy it. So it's a double-edged sword, but I think I like the idea of being able to get the donate currency by playing somehow. So that's what the black market is for, selling and buying gold. I was also thinking about including Turtle WoW in this video, but we already touched on that in my previous Turtle WoW video. So if you want to see the pay to win and donate star options on this server, go check out that video. These were some of the worst examples of pay to win. Again, I'm not strictly against it. I think it has its pros and cons, but you can see there's some big business going on those private servers. Another good candidate to look at would be Ascension. Maybe next time. This video is already too long. Let me know your thoughts. What you think? Are you against or are you for? Do you not mind pay to win on private servers? Let's face it, retail and classic is pay to win all over it. With all of the boosts in game, you like join the trade channel and there's just spam of boosting services. So that's how it goes. Games are competitive too, and everybody wants to get the edge. Some people want to get it by paying their real life money. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in World of Warcraft. I know it's almost necessary for most private servers, and the bigger the private server is, the more pay to win they usually have. But to be able to afford the developers, all the funding, the promotion and marketing that they have to pay for, that requires a lot of money. Those servers aren't just run for free. So I say if it gives us a better product, let it be pay to win. But of course I would prefer for all servers to be rather less than more pay to win.